Hey gun people! Well shit, I'm gonna probably get in trouble on this one, talking about other people's videos. For those that keep up my critters, there's a little rabbit. I haven't seen him all day and he came out today. I was like, man, I wonder if he got picked off during the night. But he popped his head out, so he got a grape and a couple carrots. Buddy's out here. Say hi to YouTubes, buddy. You already got your carrots and apple. Mr. T's out in the back after his vet trip. You want to see a brutal video I'm about to post on my horse channel. My little horse, Mr. T, has a bursa sac that fills up in the back of his head, and the vet was pulling fluid out of his neck, and I got a video of it, and I'm going to probably post it today or tomorrow. So run on over to Think Like a Horse. I'll try to remember to put a link to it if I can, but I usually forget. It's a pretty brutal video of how much liquid was in there. Hi buddy, you're a good boy. Dad's going to talk about evidence. There's Moky Cat going to get something to eat, because when I come in here talking, for some reason he thinks I'm going to take his food. Maybe I got rid of that damn razor. My commander came up here. This thing's been sitting in here. It's got 200 hours on it. I hardly ever drive it. And all I do is end up keeping oil, gas, and all the stuff. I pulled the seats out because he said he was going to come up here in a couple weeks pick it up. So if he buys it, I've just been, I greased up the Zerk fittings, and I got to pull the seats out. I'm going to clean them up and make sure it's nice and clean for him. So he said he's going to come back down from Illinois and pick it up. But so let's see where I want to set this sucker up so I can talk. All right, we're going to talk about some legal crap. So and hopefully, what the hell is this? Oh, that came off that hammer. So I think I'm in the camera here. Am I? Yeah, I'm kind of in there. Man, it's kind of blurred out because it's right on top of that LED light. So I don't know if that light's washing it out or not. But anyway, I can lean right here and yap and talk with my hands. Oh, shit, I can't lean there. Let me push it. Now I can lean here. Okay, so evidently there's some case, and I kind of read it a little bit. A couple cops lied to the grand jury. Said we didn't know it was illegal to lie on a report. Well, look, that's an easy case to prove. Cops are taught in the academy that you got to be truthful, your credibility is everything, don't ever lie. Don't ever say things, or I should turn this around so come and take it. But anyway, I love these little glasses. If you're in Texas, they got them at Buc-ee's. I bought a case of them, and anytime I go have lunch or anybody, one of my viewers, you come up and visit me, I usually bring you one. So I gave my commander one. I gave it, other people, that whoever I meet, if you meet with me, they're at Bucks or wherever, Denton, Dallas, wherever. I was biting carrots and apples from Buddy to feed him right before I started this, and I got a little piece of carrot in the back of my throat that's kind of like just hanging there. So that's why I'm kind of coughing. I'm not sick, but oh yeah, and Trump. Evidently Trump just tested for COVID. Hey man, hope he does good. He's in pretty good shape. He's pretty active. Doesn't seem like he has a lot of health conditions. We don't know his medical. His wife's got it too. It's kind of funny. My sister's husband caught it like 3 weeks ago. And I thought for sure my sister would get it. And she's a couple years older than me. But she's in pretty good health. So, and he's in pretty good health. He said the only thing he got was a headache, and he was really tired for maybe 3 or 4 days. Never ran a temperature, and he's back to normal. So it really just, all this mask and lockdown destroy the economy, it just doesn't make sense, but I don't want to get into that. I'll get everybody comment on that in the comments. Let's keep this on evidence and cops lying. So the cops evidently, anyway, if they recovered, I hope Trump and Melania recovered also. And of course the left, I'm sure, is probably celebrating. Hell, they probably put some freaking spy and stuck it in there. Pretty soon, if Putin comes down with coronavirus this fucking week, it'll be because him and Trump conspired. Anyway, sorry, I didn't want to use the F word. Also, shit, I got to cover another little side topic. I got notified by YouTube, like 10 or 15 different people had loaded my video through the way they copied it or whatever, and goes, hey, did you give these permission? If not, fill this out and we'll remove it. So I filled out all this shit because I didn't know who the hell these people were. I went over there. The people that copied my video and said, hey, this is from Think Like a Cop, or this is from Good Luck America, or, you know, I've got some good info, I want to share it. I didn't care. But some guys just reloaded it like their own and never mentioned my site or anything. And I went, you know what? I'll have them take that shit down. You know? So then I got all kind of people coming like, dude, you gave me a strike. They said you did this, you did that. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I'm thinking it's because, shit, what's this damn dot up here? Am I losing battery? I had a red light flashing. So if you're one of the people, because I think there was like 15 different people that had stolen one or two of my videos. So I just went, look, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. If they gave you a strike, but you know, people email me like I freaking know you. You know, I got 100,000 here. I got 100,000 on that. I got my websites. You know, I've got all these freaking people, and people will email me like I fucking remember. Hey man, I commented on your video and you just had me give me a strike. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Who are you? So if you don't freaking email me saying, hey, this is my channel, here's a link, here's what YouTube told me, here's what YouTube said you can do to remove it, and you make it easy for me to help you, I'm gonna be like, don't waste my freaking time, come here crying, thinking I freaking know everybody, and I gotta know everything about everybody because, you know, you donated $1 4 years ago and now somehow we're best buds and I should freaking drop everything in my life because you have an issue. But anyway, that's because I'm an asshole. Go ahead, say it. I'll say it. Anyway, I digress. Back to the two guys who lied. At the grand jury, they testified. We did not know it was illegal to lie in a police report. Well, for me, that kind of shows their incompetence. To me, that would show as a DA, if the DA came to me and said, hey man, we got these two cops, and they said they didn't know they were supposed to lie, do an investigation, see what kind of case you can put together. I'd be like, all right. So I would go, I would pull their training records, I would pull their academy records, I would talk to their instructors in the academy who taught them law and ethics and about lying and police reports. I would look up every section, and of course I wouldn't have to look it up because I work for the DA's office. So in the DA's office, they have this thing called LexisNexis or Nexus, Mexis, whatever, something wise. There's these things that the lawyers can look up and they put keywords and it brings up all case law related to that word or term. So it's very easy for them to go, according to Rick versus Rick in 1974 case, blah, blah. They can pull up these sites like it's not because they're smart and they went to law school and they remember all this shit. They've got great resources, they can pull it up. Used to be long ago, you had to get in the books, you had to find this, you have to cite your reference from what book and what court. It was a little bit more difficult. Now, shit, any idiot can type in a computer and look like they know complete law. But anyway, so they would probably give me, look, lying in a police report violates this, you know, dereliction of duty, using under the color, manipulating a police report, fraud, signing a false document, whatever. They would not get perjury. I've had cops come here and try to argue with me that police reports are signed under penalty of perjury. Dude, I've signed thousands of police reports and never, not once, did it say signed under penalty of perjury. A lot of reports I don't even freaking sign. They're typed up, they type my name, they type my officer, and it's done. So now, when I go to court and I go, I swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God, now I have taken a sworn oath, and anything I say is covered under perjury. Most perjury laws, you have to either swear an oath or sign and affirm an oath that you understand you're signing this under penalty of perjury. Then we can charge you with perjury. Never, not once, never have I ever seen a police report with the perjury statement at the bottom where an officer signs. Never. Maybe somebody can put a link to a copy or show me in the thousands of police reports that have been released over the years from major cases and investigations, etc., where somebody has signed it. Search warrants? Yes. I have to swear and affirm. Not only do I have to sign it, saying I swear and affirm. Before I tell the judge what's in the warrant, when I present it, I have to stand my hand and say, sir, I swear this whole truth, none but truth, everything in this documentation is truth, the whole truth, none but truth. So I have to swear. Now I can be charged with perjury. When I write a police report, shit. I went to this apartment complex, Maria Vasquez hit Jose Vasquez in the head with a taco, and neither one wanted to press charges. I cleared the scene. I sign it, date it, done. Goes to supervisor reviews it, initials it, boom. It's off to the DA, refer to the DA for charges. DA reviews it. Nobody's going to jail for perjury if something's wrong there. If, hey man, you said Marie hit him with a taco and it wasn't a taco, it was an enchilada. Therefore, you lied in the police report. Now we're going to charge you with perjury. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Anybody telling you that shit is full of shit. Anyway, I stuck my gun in here just so you could tell that when I wear shorts, I can still carry a gun, but I don't know if any of y'all picked it up. When I'm in shorts, I usually carry it here, or if I got my sweatshirt on, I carry it here. This kind of, sometimes you can see it a little bit, but if I got my hand in here, you're never going to know I have my gun in here. And again, like a revolver, there's no safety. It's very hard. It's not going to go off. Not going to shoot yourself. They're pretty safe. And, if I need it, I can get it out pretty quick. So, no holster, no nothing. Again, I don't carry it around all the time like this. I usually keep it in my car. When I get out of my car, I put it on my body. And then when I get out, I get back in the car, I throw it into the console. So, I'm just going to throw that there right now because I don't need it. It's hitting my leg because I'm yapping. Okay, so that's on the perjury issue. So when these cops would say, hey, I didn't know it was illegal to lie, it's, they kind of got a catch-22 there. I don't think, somebody can share a section with me, I don't think there's an actual law that says police lying in a report. This is a crime. Anytime a police puts false information in a report, it's a misdemeanor, and it's punishable by blah, blah, blah. That's how you get a crime. You have to have a section in the penal code. I think Illinois uses ISCS or Illinois code or something. A lot of states use this. The most common is what's called a penal code for the penal interests of the government, and you violate penal law or you give statements against your penal interests. The penal code is the most common term for where the law's at. In the military, the penal code is the UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. And it covers, and all the laws are laid out there. And a lot of the laws are written different that, you may be able to charge somebody as a civilian with a crime, but you can't charge a military because it's not UCMJ. But the UCMJ has 134, which I know because they've been after me with that a couple of times doing stupid shit in the military. But 134 is like the catch-all of the UCMJ that says any conduct that is not representative or in a good spirit of the military is a crime. So, if they don't have anything on you, when they don't have a good case, they throw 134 at you. Because it's like any conduct that we find offensive to the military that may make the military look bad, blah, blah. You can look it up. UCMJ Article 134, it's kind of the catch-all for if you do anything and we want to screw you, we'll just charge you with this. And you really ain't got no damn defense. Because it's not what you say, it's what we think. But I digress. Let me get back to, I do not think there is an actual charge for lying in a police report. So did the cops lie? When the cop said, I didn't know it was against the law to do that. Now, morally, of course it is. Ethically, of course it is. Should you be a public servant and tell the truth? Yes, of course it is. I personally think anything a government official does or says ought to be held on a penal perjury. If you lie to the citizens, if you lie to the media, if you lie in a report, if you lie to charge somebody and put somebody in jail, if a DA lies and keeps something out of a report, I think they all ought to be charged. I think it should be a law. So people are going to come here and ring, you just think cops should be able to lie and you're just like them, you're a bootleg jack. Shut up, you freaking idiots. Just because I tell you what the law is, you want to attack me. Change the freaking law. Show me a law that says when a politician lies, it's a crime. Show me a law when it says if a cop lies in a report, it's a crime. Now you may show me some laws that I can connect, which is what I think they're going to do. Falsifying a government document. Maybe 148, I think this happened in California, maybe it happened in Florida. If it happened in California, they're going to go 148. 148 is obstruction or resisting arrest. And anytime you obstruct an officer in the performance of his duties or an investigation, that could apply Because if I'm giving false information in a report, I'm obstructing the investigation. So they could charge them with a crime of 148 for lying in a police report. But is the crime lying in a police report? Is there a law that says police cannot lie in a police report? I don't think there is. Could be wrong. I've never seen it. I've never lied in a report. I know it's wrong. I know it's going to ruin my credibility. I know it's going to screw up the whole case. I know I'm not going to have any credibility. They can put you on a Brady list, and every once in a while now they're going to say anytime you lied, and it makes you look bad. But you know what? They can't charge me with perjury unless it's a sworn statement or I take it under oath. And there's no freaking law that says police cannot lie in a police report or it's a crime under this section. Here's the crime, here's the elements of the crime, must knowingly, intentionally lie that affects it. You know, in insurance fraud, there's a thing that says you can't lie about a material fact. In order to charge somebody with insurance fraud, it has to be what's called a material fact. So if I lie about something in my insurance claim, and the government wants to come after me and charge me with fraud because I lied, I can lie in an insurance claim. I can't lie about a material fact. If I say, yeah, I wasn't home when this happened, and I actually was home, is that material to the investigation? Does it matter if I was home when my house burnt down? Maybe. If I started it, if I was involved in it, maybe. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe. So mistake of fact or facts that aren't material, you can't charge somebody with insurance fraud. And that's kind of what lying in a police report is. If they wrote a law that cops can't lie in a police report, they would probably make it so damn hard to prove. Has to be material. Must show wanting disregard. Must have, must prove that the officer intentionally lied. Because the first thing cops are going to do on the other side when they're writing the law is go, wait a minute. What happens if a cop makes a mistake? He says it's 10:45 when it was 11:45 and he looked at his watch wrong. Technically he lied. Do we want him charged? We want to charge our cops because so they're going to have to write the law to kind of exempt necessary, kind of like a search warrant. If I write a search warrant, you can't invalidate a search warrant because of I forgot the terminology they used, an incidental mistake or a mistake, a non-material, I can't remember there's a term that you can't invalidate a search warrant because the cop put wrong information in there. The only way to invalidate it is you can prove he lied and there was malicious and he held out or he put something in that was wrong. You have to get that intent to do that. You can't invalidate a search warrant because I read my watch wrong or because I put you're at 123, I arrested you at 123 address when it was actually 124, or it was 123B and I only put 123. Things that aren't, intentional in nature, it doesn't matter. So they have to write laws that way so we don't entrap and throw a net over everything. So anyway, so that's one part. Shit, I don't even know how long I went. I wonder if they can tell me how long this damn video is. I went off on so many damn topics. I might have to make a part 2 of this shit. Of course, my little cheap-ass Sony cam, freaking 20 years old that I got at a freaking pawn shop, but it's got a great 30x zoom, so I really like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this one, and I'll make a part 2 because I want to get into evidence and how evidence works and how police deal with evidence, and I'm going to kind of crack on, what's his name? Not Judge Leto. There's a lawyer, Leto. I've watched a couple of his videos. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, and I don't want to get into this big beef that I hate him and he's a piece of shit and he don't know what he's talking about. But I watched part of his video that somebody sent me, and that's what turned me onto this, and I'm kind of like, he made evidence, in my opinion, he made evidence a lot bigger deal than it was, and I want to explain it kind of how I think it really is and what I've done and what I've seen. And, you can be the judge on whether who's right or wrong or whether we're both right or we're both wrong, whatever. All right, so I'll make a part 2 of this.